Hello, I'm Richard Ridge for Broadway World. Bob Fosse's Dancin' is back on Broadway for the first time in 45 years. It is directed and choreographed by Tony Award winner Wayne Cilento, and we're here on opening night to celebrate with the company. It is opening night, dapper as ever. How do you feel tonight?
Thank you. I feel grateful. Just gratitude is leading everything. I've had a lot of health complications, but thank God my doctors took such good care of me and I can dance.
I'm just overly excited and grateful to be back on Broadway. I had my Broadway debut March 19th of 2009 and it's March 19th of 2023, so it's crazy. It's been 13 years since I've opened a show. And it's really special that it gets to be DANCIN, where dance is the star. I left the business because I felt like I wasn't seen, and I feel like I finally get to be seen as my full self. So.
I feel wonderful. I don't think it really hit me how excited I was until this very, very moment. Just trying to keep an ease to the day, but now it's just overwhelmed with so much joy and love. Definitely.
I'm so excited. I mean, it's a bit chilly, but I'm thrilled. I don't know what's gonna happen on that stage. I'm gonna go wild. I already know.
Just truly overwhelmed, but also at peace. I think I trust this work so much and I trust these people so much, and I'm just so overjoyed to be celebrating each other on that stage because it's really about our experience. And of course it's for the audience, but we're just so used to celebrating each other and just, revving each other up in this show. So it's gonna be no different, to be honest.
I'm so honored and humbled. That's just all I can think is I cannot believe I'm standing under this marquee that says Bob Fosse's Dancin'.
With this company.
I know. I look next to these people that I'm dancing with and I can't even believe it.
Oh my gosh, I'm overwhelmed with emotion and joy and love and gratitude. It's really hard to put that into words, how we have spent the last year putting this together and doing this material that is so iconic and so exposing and so thrilling to do with a team that I just have so much immense respect and love for. So I'm feeling all of the feelings all at once.
Do you remember that defining moment when you said, I have to be a dancer, this is what I'm gonna do?
I started dancing when I was really young, at 3. So it's one of those things I've always known I wanted to do. But when I met the Bob Fosse style, when I was introduced to it from Ann Ranking, that's when I knew that specific style is what I wanted to do. And I've been able to live my dream. I've done that. My whole career, Fosse has been in the forefront. So I'm just so grateful. This is such a full circle moment for me, and I couldn't be more thrilled.
Yes, it was when my mom took me to go see Dance Theater of Harlem at the Kennedy Center. It was the first time that I had seen black and brown ballerinas, and it changed my life.
And when you went to that first dance class, were you like, oh my God, I have to live in this world?
Yes, 100%. I took my first ballet class and I was like, all I want to do is do this for the rest of my life. And then I
part of who I am, whether it was when nobody was watching in the living room, dancing on the sofa and jumping around the space. I think I've always known that it's for me.
I think it was seeing Annie, the movie. That was my first time I was like, oh, I'm going to be a dancer.
And then it happened.
And yes, here I am. Isn't it wild?
You know what? I started dancing when I was so young. It's always been a part of my life. I don't have a specific moment. There was never any other option. And that's really kind of been my driving force, is this is what I was meant to do.
Honestly, for me, it was a TV show called So You Think You Can Dance, and I'm sure many people know that my brother and I used to dance around our living room, around on the carpet, and my mom finally was like, it's time for a dance class. And so I think that for me was the turning point when I was about 8. And it's just been a whirlwind ever since, and now here we are.
Yeah, it was when I was growing up. I did a lot of sports growing up through school, and it was things start to get more intense. Schedules, and I just couldn't imagine not doing dance. I was like, yeah, I I can miss soccer practice, I can miss baseball, I can miss this, but I just couldn't miss dance. I was like, there's no way I'm missing dance class every day. So yeah, that was the moment for me. I was like, I knew I wanted to be a dancer then, yeah.
Yeah, when I was 10, I saw Wicked and moving out, and I said to my mom, I want to do that. And I spent from 10 to moved here when I was 18, and now I'm not going to say my age, but we made it! I'm 29, I'm proud of my age.
But it must have been really great, though. You just know that defining moment when you're in a dance class. You're like, my God, this is the world I want to live in.
Yeah, just seeing it happen on stage. Everything that I do, every class I take is for something and can be for something, and I can make it my life. It's amazing.
I mean, I grew up in a dance family. Like, my family owned a dance studio, so I always felt at home with dance. I started dancing when I was 2, and you know, dance has always been home for me. So, yeah.
I was talking about this with a friend last week, where I was like, it was always the people and the music and the fact that you get in this room and you're creating and sweating and going through something with artists, and that's always what it was. I don't remember a moment, but I remember going to a dance class and being like, I'll go again tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow, and now it's today, and I'm like, I can't stop.
And now you're on Broadway.
And now I'm on Broadway, baby. Yeah.
I saw my first Broadway show, actually, and I saw my first concert dance, and I saw Alvin Ailey for the first time, actually, and I knew that I wanted to dance. I knew that's what I wanted to do, but never in a million years did I think I would be doing it on Broadway in a show called DANCIN, doing Fosse's work.
Oh yes, I saw Guys and Dolls on Broadway with Faith Prince and Nathan Lane, and I was just, I was actually heading toward, I was on the ballet route, and that show in particular made me want to do Broadway and want to do musical theater as well. I wanted to dance in companies as well, but that show really made me want do a 360 and want to be on the Broadway stage someday.
It was actually when I was in high school. I went to LaGuardia High School of Performing Arts, and I had a teacher who said, if you wake up and you feel like you need to move, you need to dance, and you cannot envision your life without it, then you are meant to be a dancer. And I literally woke up the next morning and said, I need to do this. And since then, I have been like head forward, tunnel visioned, we are doing it, and we are doing it.
Remember that first dance studio you were in? You're like, oh my gosh, I love this world.
I do. I just thought it was just a passion at first. I didn't know I had opportunities to do it in the future until really seeing those dance companies. And I was lucky enough to have an incredible mentor who introduced me to Fosse as well. And so it feels very full circle. He was the first choreographer that I knew that did this professionally as well.
And now you're on Broadway.
Yes, dancing his work.